plug this information into my formula. I kind of scooted that over so you can see it better. But yeah, this is an equation that we can solve. Absolutely. Yeah, exactly right. And there's only one variable. There's only one unknown. Yeah. You want to do some quick algebra cross multiply? That's exactly what we do here. If you do it right, it'll look like this. Yeah. Remember, when we cross multiply, it just gives us an equation to solve. It doesn't give us the answer. All right, so C times this, which I have written here, equals 24 times the sine of 32. Now remember, from the trig videos, you get the sine of 65 and the sine of 32 out of your calculator. If you got one of those sweet graphing calculators, you can type all that in at once. But we haven't isolated C yet, right? So let's do that. How would I get this C alone? I just divide both sides by this, like this. Yeah, and then don't those cancel out? Yeah, just like that. And then they can just be gone. And then of course, this just gets punched into your calculator, man. 24 times the sine of 32, all divided by the sine of 65. Yeah, 14.0. Let's go back to our picture and talk about that real quick. Yeah, now I want you to think for a second about what angle is across from what side. This 32-degree angle is smaller than the 65. So the side across from it better be smaller than the side across from the 65. Small angles make small sides across from them. Big angles make big sides across from them. So the biggest angle on the triangle is across from the biggest side. The smallest angle on a triangle is across from the smallest side. Yeah, that makes sense. Works for me. Let's try one more. Bang, here we go. So here's another triangle. It's not a right triangle. I don't see a box. I'm not going to trust it without a box or some real good reason to call that a right angle. So it's not a right triangle. Okay, so we ask ourselves, do we start with a matching set? All right, I got an angle of 24 degrees. Do I also know the side across from it? Yeah, that's my matching set, man. And when you start to write these ratios, start with a matching set like this. Yeah, just like that. Always start with the matching set. As soon as you realize you got a matching set, start with the matching set. Now, on trig problems, they got to give you a certain amount of information. You got to know three things. Now, if you only know one angle and one side, that's just not enough information. To start a trig problem, you got to know three things. And it could be a combination of any three things. Two sides in one angle, two angles in one side, all three sides, all three angles. Well, that's a little bit different. We'll talk about that later. But start with your matching set. Yeah, 24, 17, matching set. So what other set will we be talking about, right? I know, what side is this? Across from angle B has got to be side B. I don't know anything about C, so I'm not going to use that last fraction. Yeah, finish out like this. Yeah. See, I don't know what angle B is, but I do know side B is 23. So we're going to use this information to find that angle B. Yeah. Yes. So remember how we started this solving process, cross multiply? We're going to do that again. 17 times the sine of B is equal to 23 times the sine of 24. Now, I put the whole number in front of the trig on purpose because I don't want my calculator to get 24 times 23 mixed up. So I just put the whole number in front of the trig when you multiply. Yeah, exactly right. Now, if my unknown is B, I gotta isolate, this sine and B are connected. So I gotta isolate this, and then we know what to do after that. But first, how to get rid of that 17? Divide. Yes, exactly right. And those two 17s go away, which brings me here. Yeah. So all of these are numbers. All of this stuff you can put straight into your calculator. It turns into a number. Yeah, the number should be this too. Yeah, exactly that. But that's not the measure of the angle. That's the sine of the angle that we're after. Do you remember what to do to find the angle? Inverse. Exactly right. Inverse. Yeah, hit that shift button or that second button to do the inverse sine of this number, and you get the angle, and it is 33 degrees. Yeah, buddy. Now, however, get your rounding right for whatever your teacher says, but 33 degrees. And now this makes sense, right? Because remember, the bigger angle is across from the bigger side. 33 is the biggest angle up here. See how 23 is the biggest side up here? Yeah. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, Mr. Herb, what if we don't start with a matching set? Ha! That's the next video. I'll see you there. Thanks for watching, man. I hope this helps. Let me know. Bye. Where my Fritos at? Where my Fritos?